بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله نبينا محمد النبي الأمين صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Before we start the dars, let's inshallah ikhwani to remember the importance of the salat and the point of the salat in the sunnah. When you come to the masjid ikhwat al-iman, your salat starts from the time you're making the wudu to come to the masjid. So don't think it's only when I'm praying, when I say Allahu Akbar. Your actions have to change from the moment you start making wudu and you have the niyyah coming to the masjid. Why? The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam did not say, إِذَا كُنْتُمْ تُصَلُّونَ فَعَلَيْكُمُ الطُّمَأْنِينَةِ. When you are praying, you have to have the tuma'nina, the tranquility. What the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, إذا أتيتم إلى الصلاة فلا تأتوها وأنتم تسعون وأتوها وعليكم الطمأنينة. When you come to the salat, do not come to the salat jogging or running. Rather, come to the masjid with the tuma'nina, taking your time. Look at what happens when people come late to the salat. People double park. People block others. People use the auto-zone parking lot in Salatul Jumu'ah. We're not supposed to do so. We're not authorized to do so. But people still use that. The excuse they have, because I'm coming to the masjid to pray for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To pray for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this salat has to change your actions. Same thing when you're in the masjid. The iqamah is not yet called. The mu'adhin did not start calling the iqamah. What does the iqamah means? People to stand for the salat. When does that happen? When the mu'adhin starts to call the iqamah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Not when we see the imam coming towards the minbar, no. We have to wait until the mu'adhin calls the iqamah. I came out, I forgot the phone holder, I had to go back to the office and get it. People were already stood up, waiting for the iqamah. Don't waste that time. Rather relax, read the Quran. Rather relax and make dua. Rather relax and make dua for your parents. That's Allah's mercy to be upon them in case they have passed away. Make dua for yourself and your children. This is the problem with Muslims. We take in the salat as something just to perform. We care about the adab, just to do it. But how we do it, that's the last thing we think about. It's important to come to the masjid with the tuma'nina. I'm in the masjid, alhamdulillah. I'm taking my time. I want to relax. I'm enjoying. This is the golden time of the whole day. This is the best time of the whole day. This is the time that I want to disconnect from anything else. This is the time that I do not want to be in rush. I want to take my time. And subhanAllah, even in the salat, the imam is leading the salat. The imam is going to the ruku'. People go into the ruku' before the imam. Although the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam made it clear the sunnah. This is not acceptable. أما يخشى الذي يرفع رأسه قبل الإمام أن يجعل الله رأسه رأس حمار أو صورته صورة حمار. The person who takes action and get his head up before the imam. He's not afraid that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could change him to make him as a donkey instead of being a human to be a donkey. Because such person does not have any minimum of smartness. Why? When you take an action before the imam, you're not going to finish the salat before the jama'ah, the congregation. No matter how fast you are, no matter how you get up before the imam, or you make the sujood before the imam, or you make the ruku' before the imam, you're still not going to finish the salat before the congregation, before the jama'ah. So it's better for you to relax. Just relax. Follow the imam. فَإِذَا رَكَعَ فَارْكَعَ وَإِذَا سَجَدَ فَاسْجُدُ. This way you get the ajr. This way you focus more. This way your salat will be different, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, إِنَّ الصَّلَاةَ تَنْهَى عَنِ الْفَحْشَاءِ وَالْمُنكَرِ. Verily the salat prevents you from doing wrong and evil doing. So many people do come to the masjid and pray 5 times a day. But does the salat change them? Few. Why? Because they're not focused on the salat. We just treat the salat as just a time that I have to come quickly for 5 minutes, pray, leave. No. It's the time that I come, enter the masjid, and relax. Enjoy the time, enjoy the ibadah, and do it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So inshallah, let's keep this in our mind all the time. This one, inshallah, our salat will change us bi'idhnillah. The topic that I want to talk about tonight is a hadith in Sunnah al-Mustafa Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. It's a hadith about the greatest ayah in Al-Quran al-Kareem. The greatest ayah in the entire Quran that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Ayatul Kursi. All of us know this ayah, correct? All of us read this ayah, correct? All of us know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about in this ayah. He talks about Himself. Who is Allah? What are the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? So the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in this hadith, he appointed Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu wa ardah to guard Sadaqatul Fitr, Zakatul Fitr. When Ramadan is about to end, there's something called Zakatul Fitr. Okay? The sadaqah that should be given to the needy people. Okay? So when the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam collected the food to be given to the needy, to the poor, he appointed Abu Hurairah to guard the food. Someone may steal it. And Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu wa ardah listened to the command of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and did so. One night, Abu Hurairah was guarding the food, and then a thief sneaked in and he was stealing from the food that was collected and to be given to the needy and to poor people. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu wa ardah, he started crying and said, please forgive me. Please let me go. I have children. I'm poor. I did not do this because I'm a bad person. I have to. I have no choice. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu wa ardah is a true Muslim, true believer. He has the rahmah, the mercy, which is one of the things that we must have as believers, to have mercy in our hearts. When we see something sad, our heart has to interact with that. When we see someone suffering, we should not be laughing, we should not be happy, we should not be okay. Rather, we should engage and try to help. That's why the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in the Sunnah made it clear. He said, لأن أذهب في حاجة أخي حتى أقضيها له خير لي من أن أعتكف في هذا المسجد شهرا. To go with my brother, to help him in anything that he needs, is better than making the i'tikaf, staying in the masjid, not any masjid, the masjid of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam for a month. So it's better for me to go and help my brother than staying in the masjid for a whole month. That shows how important it is to interact with anything that's someone is suffering, someone needs your help, do your best to help. So anyway, Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu wa ardah, let him go. And then the next morning, before Abu Hurairah tell the story to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the Prophet asked him, مَا فَعَلَ أَسِيرُكَ الْبَارِحَ? What did your captive do last night? So Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu wa ardah did not even tell the Prophet, and the Prophet is asking him because the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam receives revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So anyway, he told him, he gave me excuses, and I let him go. So the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, صدقك وهو كذب. He said, صدق كذبك وسيعود. He told you, he lied to you, and he will come back to steal again. That happened again in the second night. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu wa ardah, and he gave the same excuse. I did not do it because I'm a bad person. Rather, I have to. I have no choice. I'm poor and I have children. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu wa ardah, let him go. And the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam the next morning asked him the same question, and he said, كَذَبَكَ وَسَيَعُودُ. He lied to you, and he will come back again. The third night, the same person, the same thief, came back and he was stealing. Abu Hurairah caught him, and he said, this time, لَأَرْفَعَنَّكَ إِلَىٰ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ. I will take you to the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And then he said, okay, can I teach you something important, something beneficial, provided that you let me go? He said, what is that? So he said, إِذَا أَوَيْتَ إِلَىٰ فِرَاشِكَ فَقْرَأَ اللَّهُ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا هُوَ الْحَيُّ الْقَيُّومُ, to the end of the ayah. When you do so, لَنْ يَزَالَ عَلَيْكَ مِنَ اللَّهِ حَافِظٌ وَلَنْ يَقْرَبَكَ شَيْطَانٌ حَتَّى تُصْبِحَ. So this thief taught Abu Hurairah, saying, whenever you go to your firash, you go to your bed, you want to sleep, Read Ayatul Kursi, Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum to the end of the ayah. When you do so, لن يزال عليك من الله حافظ. There's an angel guarding you and protecting you. ولن يقربك شيطان حتى تصبح. And there's no shaitan will get closer to you until you wake up, throughout the whole night. Something great, Abu Hurairah was amazed. He let him go. But Abu Hurairah did not believe the person. He's a stranger, I don't know him. He's telling me something that I do not know whether it's authentic or not authentic. I have to go to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and ask the Prophet, is this authentic or not? And we learn from this the importance of whenever you see a hadith, you hear a hadith from someone who you do not know. Sometimes people see a post online, a hadith, someone who they do not know posts a hadith, they share it. Did you ask and try to investigate if this hadith is true? You meet someone who you never know. You just meet someone randomly, they tell you something about the deen, and you believe it, and you go and keep telling people what you heard from someone who you do not know. You should not do this. Always you have to investigate, make sure whatever you share, whatever you tell people is something authentic, something that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam truly said it, something that's a part of our religion. The scholars of Islam said it. And it's always important to go to ask people of knowledge, those who studied under the scholars, and they know their religion, and they can give you the advice whether this is authentic or not authentic. So anyway, the next morning he went to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he told him the story. I caught him the third time. And he told me, let's make a deal. I teach you something, you let me go. And he told me that whenever I recite Ayatul Kursi, when I go to my bed, is going to be a half of an angel protecting me until I wake up. And a shaitan will not get close to me until I wake up. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, صَدَقَكَ وَهُوَ كَذِبٌ. He told you the truth, although he's a liar. And then the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam asked Abu Hurairah, did you know who you were talking to for 3 nights? He said, no. Who is that, O Prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? فَقَالَ ذَاكَ الشَّيْطَانِ. That was shaitan. The one who was expelled from Al-Jannah, the one who is our enemy, who whispers to us and misguides us to do the wrongdoings. So he's the one that taught Abu Hurairah that Ayatul Kursi, when it's read before you go to bed, it protects you, and at the same time, a shaitan will not get close to you until you wake up. So, inshallah, let's make this as a practice that we do every single night. Everybody has a nightly routine. Some people, their nightly routine is that they like to be on social media before they go to bed, 1 hour or 2. Some people like to stand in front of the mirror, take care of their face and their hair before they go to bed. Some people have different routine. So for us as believers, as Muslims, make sure that inshallah every single night, whether you are traveling, whether you are home, whether you are sick, whether you are feeling good, make sure inshallah every single night before you go to sleep, you read Ayatul Kursi. You're going to have a peaceful night. You're going to have a good sleep. So many people have terrible sleep. They see scary dreams. Some people cannot sleep. They have stress. They think too much. Read Ayatul Kursi and learn the meaning of Ayatul Kursi. It talks about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everything is in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. لَهُ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has the control of anything in the earth, on the earth and in the heavens. Once you know this, and you believe in this, and you read this every single night, that relaxes you. That makes you relaxed. Alhamdulillah. Whatever I'm going through, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make it easy. I'm reading Ayatul Kursi, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make my life easy, inshallah. So even in that, let's make this as a practice. Every single night before we go to sleep, we read Ayatul Kursi, which is Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum, to the end of the ayah. Inshallah, Azza wa Jal, jazakumullahu khairan ala husni al-istima' wa sallallahu wa sallam ala